Okay, guys, making a quick video because I don't know how much classroom time we're gonna have. I'm gonna put up the charts in Google Classroom, and I'm also gonna put up this video so you guys can look at it. A couple of things to point out in this formation. With the Z on the line of scrimmage, the Z is covering the Y, meaning the Y is ineligible. The Y can only be a blocker, can't go upfield. So anytime we see this formation where we have the Y in the line of scrimmage and the Z, understand that he cannot go out for any type of pass. So what we're probably going to look at is these three right here. And if we see these three here with the two back set, you're going to know that he's ineligible. What they're trying to do is they're trying to confuse you. Uh, we're not going to fall for it. So there's a couple of things that we are going to do. And one of them is anytime they have that formation like that, you can't have. Sorry, excuse me, my brush is not working. Excuse me one second. Um, there's no one for the corner to cover. So in this case, what I want the corner to do is to wall off this outside. So you're going to see this little dash line that's going right here. And I want you to stop anything from coming out. So if the two back were to leak, you're just going to go smack that two back. Um, Most cases, what they're going to probably do is try to do a sweep to this side. So let's look and see what that's going to be like. Okay, so we're going to look at that. We're going to be in our brush. And this is what the wing is going to look like. And I think I might have deleted my drawing layer, so let me go back to that. I did. All right. So this is the guy that's going to go in motion. These guys cannot go in motion. They're on the line of scrimmage. So, in fact, he's not even going to go on motion. He's going to be right here, and he's just going to come here, bubble out, and come this way. And what these guys are going to do, or these guys are going to be your lead blockers. So you're going to see this guard pull and kick. Okay, and he's going to kick that D end out that's coming up, right? So he wants to kick him out. This guard will come pull and come up. Their job is to wall off the linebacker. Two's job is to come here and block. And what they're going to do is they're just going to down block everyone else. So down block, they're going to come up here, down block, and then this guy right here will try to come in here. And then guy is just going to basically try to seal the edge. So get this guy. So this guy will most likely try to seal that edge. So he's just going to step back and try to wall off this side. Excuse me, my computer's being a little slow right now with all the stuff I have up. So that's going to look like that. This guy is just going to try to run you off, and that's what it's going to look like. So we have to stay within our fundamentals of what we're going to do. The other thing they'll like to do is they will fake dive, and that is to occupy the two linebackers. So this looks like a lot. Let me get some of this stuff cleared up. They're going to try to fake a dive because they want you committing here. They want you coming there. So they'll fake this dive right here. Right? So we got to stick with what we've been doing. So if this guy starts to come over here, everyone has to flow. You're going to have to yell bump as soon as you see that wing come. I want you flying in to meet this guy beforehand. And then what we need to do is we need to come over the top and just cut through here and cut through here. And that's going to be our goal. The fort, I want you to just come up and try to get back in here. Safety, you're going to be looking for anything, so you're going to come too. Now, one of the things we got to look for is that fullback. In that case, two, you have the dive guy. So we're always going to take the dive guy. If we think it's going to be easier for the one to take the dive, and we'll look at this in practice. If we want this guy just to take that dive, that's fine. But you guys are going to have to flow over, and you're going to have to get in, get in, get in, get underneath there. Look for that pulling guard coming to clean you out. So that's one of the things that you guys got to look for. They can pass out of this, in which case this guy, and both of these players are eligible. What you'll see on a pass play is usually you'll see this guy leak out here. You might see like a fake dive, in which case he'll probably come here. And then you'll have something like a seam route, and you'll have another vertical coming here. So they'll basically run a flood action right here. So let's look and see how we're going to handle that. So if these guys are going to do this passing route, it's important that the 4, you're going to be over the wing. You got to kill that route. You really got to destroy it. Don't let him get off. The guy coming in through the hole, this is why we want to kill the dive man. We want to prevent this route from happening. And then corner, you're just going to play man on the Z. You will attack this guy. So we're going to keep pretty much all our responsibilities the same. And the real secret to this, every single play, we want to hit this guy. We want to hit this guy. And if there's a dive showing, we always want to hit the dive man. So we're always going to hit that dive man. So I hope that made sense. If it didn't, make sure you guys come to me and ask questions. But again, the corner in this case, we always want to wall off this side. And we're looking at number 2. We really want to attack this guy. He does anything in this direction, we just want to attack him. Again, most likely what they're going to try to do is run jet sweep with the dive. Sometimes the dive man will get it. Sometimes this guy will get it. Okay, but this is really the 2 main plays they're looking to run. They will also run stretch out of this to the outside. So one of the things you can look for is these guys are all going to try to block down. So everyone's going to try to block down. He's probably going to come here. Hello. To block here. And what this fullback is doing is that fullback wants to kick our 4 linebacker out. So it's really important to make your collision. And let me do a different color so you can see this a little better. It's really important that you make this collision and stay outside of it. Okay, because we want to be able to attack this runner, because this runner is going to come right here to the outside. And again, everyone's job is to down block. I'll pick the different color again, sorry. I apologize for my computer being a little slow. I have a lot of work stuff up. So again, their objective is to down block, down block, down block, down block. And this is how they're going to attack it. So those are a couple of the plays that you're going to see out of that formation. Make sure you guys watch the video and pause the video and really get an understanding of what they're going to do. So we're going to look at a different formation right now. So let's go to this one. So this is going to be wing with a single back. This is the most common formation you're going to see in a wing T. Now in this case, everyone's eligible. So if we look, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys in the background, in the backfield. So everyone on the side is eligible to go out for the pass. So the Y is eligible, the wing's eligible, the Z's eligible, and the X is eligible. So how are we going to attack this? Well, just like the other one, formation, what we want to do is we want to attack that Y. So the DN, you're going to be taking outside shoulder. 4, you're going to attack that wing, but you're going to be outside shoulder. Corner, you're going to be locked up. Now, if you feel that you can take this guy, I want you to come down and we're going to press. On the weak side, we're just going to press and we're not going to let that guy get off the line of scrimmage. We're going to try to manhandle. Now we have the single back, and it's the same responsibility everyone has. If the back comes this way, that is you. Okay, real easy. If the back comes this way, that is you. Okay, we want to make sure that we go meet and greet. Now, anything coming to the inside, that's going to be you guys to fill. So it comes in here, it's going to be you to fill. So anywhere this running back goes, it's going to be that guy's responsibility. So again, flows outside, it's going to be number 2. Flows outside here, it's going to be number 3. It's really important that we stick with our jobs. So 4, what they want you to do is a lot of times they'll want you to chase. Okay? And then they can counter back with the wing. They can do a lot of different things. So we want to maintain our responsibility and we want to hit this guy. Oh, my apologies. I got so caught up with this, I forgot to go over. My bad. So over just means our linebacker is going to be over that wing back in this scenario. If the wing goes to the weak side, number 3 is going to be over the wing back here. We're just going to call that under because that's to the weak side. So it's really important that you guys understand these formations. But again, over refers to this linebacker right here. And again, we always want to create a collision with our inside shoulder, keeping our outside arm and outside leg free. And then let's look at a couple of plays that they will run out of this. So one of the things that you can expect to see is ISO. Okay. And for ISO, what they want to do is they want to kick out the D end. So a lot of times what you'll see is a cross block. You will see this guy go to D end. You will see this guy come into tackle. Center will go up to linebacker. This guy will come up here. He'll try tracking here to the inside. And then what happens is this wing will step in and come here and attack the linebacker. And this is what we call ISO, running backs taking a side step and then coming down. Okay, so it's important that you fill the gap. If you see that wing collapse down, it's important that you replace as fast as possible to hit. So let me switch colors real fast. So again, if you see the wing come in to block, it's important that you shoot and fire and try to get to that spot and try to get that tackle in the background. So this is what you call ISO out of a wing T. Okay, and then I can show you what belly ISO looks like too. Belly ISO, they'll have to put this guy in motion. So you might see this guy come in here, come in motion, and he'll be right here. And they'll do the same thing to the other side. So they're going to try to kick out the end. If this guy can take him, he'll go there. He'll go there. He'll come here. And it's the same. They're just going to block and they're going to try to come up to the linebackers. Again, that wing back would have the 3. And then our running back just fires through this hole. And that's called belly ISO because the belly is the weak side. ISO is to the strong side. But what they're trying to do is create an isolation block on you with that wing back. Again, hoping I don't lose any of you. Make sure you guys are watching the video and slow it down. Now, other things that they can run a quick toss out of this. So the quick toss, again, they're going to try to get outside. Trying to get outside. Going to block down. They'll probably pull a guard. And then, I'm sorry, I pulled the wrong guy. My bad. They will block down with the tackle. And they'll pull around with this guy, and they can pull around with this guy too. And that's what it's going to look like. And then they're just going to block down. Okay. So they can do a 1 guard set. They can do a 2 guard set. Don't know, what they're planning. But again, and then this guy is just going to take the toss, and he'll come here. Okay, so that's what it's going to look like. It's also known as a buck sweep. So that is one thing that you guys got to be really aware of. They can run a quick toss. They can run a reverse. So you really got to pay attention and maintain your responsibility, especially when this guy leaves. So, one thing that they can do, again, they can fake, dive, and then this guy is going to come around, and he's going to have the sweep, and then they'll usually pull a guard. They'll usually pull... And what they're going to do is they will just down block. Okay, so that's usually what it's going to look like. And that's going to be a fake dive. And then they're just going to do a jet sweep to the reverse side, right? Almost like a counter. Okay, a couple other things to look for. Any standard passing routes. This is why when we come here, we want to just kill this guy. We don't want to let him go out for a pass. A lot of times what they'll do is they'll send the wing out, so he might have like a seam, might have a vertical, and then they'll get that tight end to kind of release out here, and then they might come down and have that running back come here, and then this would be usually like a post. So that's some of the stuff that you're going to be possibly seeing. So our goal is to kill that route by hitting him, kill this route by hitting him, kill this route by hitting it, filling in for the fake dive and killing it, and then the corner is really the only available route. If you think you have ownership, I'll have you come down here, and we kill the route here. So easiest way not to get burnt on a wing T is kill all the routes. Get up on everybody. Hit them. Don't let them get off the line of scrimmage. Then we don't have to worry about all this other stuff. So those are a couple of things that we have to be aware of. Other things they'll do, they might do a quarterback follow. So again, just like the other blocking schemes, going to try to get outside, trying to get outside. He'll come here and try to wall off, try to get you here, and the quarterback is just going to follow. And then everyone else has a guy. Wing T, when run effectively, pretty effective if you can't defeat your blocks. So this is why we always want to take, let me switch colors. This is why we always want to take outside leverage. Go ahead and kill this so you can get off. Anytime that you see a dive, you have to fill. But if you say, I see these rolling out, this is where we want to scrape, right? And we want to scrape and look for any cutback lanes. So that's the big thing that we want to do. Right. Anything else that I forgot? If they're smart, one of the trick plays I like to run, and let me switch colors again. So fake dive, right? So that dive is going to come right here, and then what they'll do is they'll call what we call a rocket sweep, and he'll come around this way. Block, and then what happens is you're going to get this guy trying to seal, and you'll get the guard pulling to seal, and you'll get this guard pulling also. Okay, so they'll have a double guard pull. Let me diagram this correctly. Sorry. So if anything, this guy, he'll help and kick out that D end if he has to. And then his responsibilities come up here. And then everyone else is going to be just down blocking. Okay, so right here, they're going to try to go up. I did that off. Sorry. Let me get it again. My apologies. Let me start off with this guard kicking out. This guard will come and lead around to here. This is what you'll see. And then they're going to fake the dive. I'll do a different color. And then this guy comes around. And they're just going to try to block. So that's, this is called a rocket. Okay. And the reason it's called a rocket sweep is a jet sweep goes in front, rocket sweep goes in back. But it basically acts like a reverse or a counter. And what they want is they want you guys to commit down, down, and down. And they come and run it this way. So those are some of the basics. Let's move on to another lineup. Okay, so here we're going to have tight end to the right. We're going to have trips left. Now, normally, we'll call this the strong side. Okay, but for this week, and this is why people run the wing tee, because you have to do some slight variations. The tight end is always going to be our strong side, and this really has to do with our blocking on our line and gap responsibility. So if we call strong right, okay, that means we are coming here to fill this gap. We're coming outside. We're coming here. And we're going to be here. So what this does is this helps out our linebackers. So our linebackers have some easy responsibilities. If the fullback or the halfback, whoever's left, if he comes this way, fill, right? Okay, so really easy, right? If he goes the other way, so anywhere over here, fill, and that's how we'll take that. So any type of that action, I doubt they're going to run that. I don't see them running that dive. But just in case, this is what you're going to see. Notice the corner has nobody. So when the corner has nobody, again, your responsibility is I want you coming in here. But don't get caught off guard because you have to look for any type of motion, sweep, anything coming from that side. So I'll show you what that's going to look like. What I saw out of this is they like to do a quick toss. So quarterback opens up and tosses the ball, and these guys are just straight up blocking. That's all they're doing. And then what they're going to try to do, this is why we got to hit, because this guy wants to come here, and he wants to wall off. They want to block. He wants to come here. He wants to come here. They actually don't care about the D end in this case. Okay, so it's important to hit. Look and see where that ball's going. If it's a toss, you're going to have to deviate. It's really, really hard. This is why when they run a toss play, remember, hips are flipped. You flip your hips. So once you see this, there's no one else back here except for that quarterback. Okay, so once we see this corner, you're now spying quarterback. You guys are flowing and getting to the ball, and you guys are trying to shed your blocks, and you're trying to get back there. Okay, so that's how we're going to attack it. This is one of their plays that they run. They could also pull a guard if they want, so they can just block down and pull if they wanted to do that too. So these are all the things. This is important why. As soon as we see it, you got to flip your hips and get there. Pass plays, they can run any standard deviation of passes. That's why we want to kill, kill, kill. This guy swings out for a pass. Kill. That's our responsibility. Tight end is eligible. We want to hit. Corner, you always have number one. Who's the number one receiver on this side? It's going to be the tight end. So you can also play a little bit back here, corner, just so you have that leverage on that tight end. But that is your guy. So that is the number one guy. So in this formation, this is our number one receiver, which is the corner responsibility. Here is the number one over here, and that is going to be your responsibility. We are not going to sky it. We're not going to zone this. We are going to kill, kill, and kill. So pretty much for the wing T, we're hitting everybody. No one's getting off the line of scrimmage. Just want to be very, very clear off that. Again, they could run jet sweep out of this. If they run jet sweep out of this, they're probably not going to fake a dive because they're probably going to want to use that fullback to be that lead blocker. So again, you're going to see guard pull and kick. So that guard wants to get the D end, right? The tight end will come to seal, and these guys will down block. And then fullback has corner, and then this guy will probably go in motion, and that's his job, is to get out here. And his job really is to get into this funnel. But if he needs to take it outside, he will take it outside. But he really wants to get up there so he can get upfield. You don't want to stretch it out too fast. Jet sweep. Okay, so jet sweep, dive, ISO. These are the three main plays that you're going to get out of a wing T. So jet sweep, dive, ISO. They're going to try to lull you into sleep. Run, 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 pass the ball. Run, 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 pass the ball. They're going to try to lull you into a false sense of security. And they'll always do it out of play action. Very rare in a wing T do they just run a straight passing without faking a run. So those are things to keep in mind when you're doing this. But again, they like running that toss play. And then let's look at another formation. And I'm missing one formation, so I'll bring it in just a second. Again, tight end on the right. Now the wing is on the weak side. This is another popular formation that you're going to see out of a wing T, and they're going to be doing the same thing. So let me get back and change this. What they'll like to do is, again, they're going to want to kick this guy out. If they can't get leverage on our tackle, they will cross block. And then this guy, he has linebacker, tackle, linebacker, D end. And this is what you're going to see ISO. So this would be belly ISO because, again, tight end's over here. So it's going to be to the weak side. Almost forgot under. Now that 3 is going to be right outside, that outside shoulder of that wing back. So the 3 is going to be the under. That is when the wing back goes to the weak side. That 3 will come down. Everyone else will play here. So this right here is what we call ISO, or more specifically, belly ISO. So again, we got to be responsible. You got to shed, take on the block, scrape, and get in there. We all have to attack that ball. So that is belly ISO. Again, they can also do this. They're going to fake dive, right? So they're going to fake dive, going right in here. Here's again rocket sweep, and they'll come right around here. And again, this guy wants to wall off, right? And then what they'll do is down block, pull the guard, clear, have this guy come in, go there, and they can either do a double pull, or they can just make it really look like a dive, and they're going to go attack and attack. And they're counting on this guy and this guy not being able to make the tackle. Z is going to want to seal and block. So this would be fake dive, rocket sweep. Okay, so that's what this formation does. Okay, also all receivers are eligible. Wing T, they will often fake, so they'll come in here, fake. This guy will usually leak out and sit, and then they'll run any of their other passing, anything like this. You can do a, they might do a dig. So dig's going to be at 10. This guy usually will release inside, do a post, and then you'll see something get cleared out. Okay, so he'll be doing seam and then usually like that. So this is something that you'll see happens a lot. Pretty common out of a wing T, pretty typical. But again, what is our objective? Okay, our objective is kill that. Don't let that get off. Kill that route. Don't let this guy get free. Now you have 2-on-1. Okay, so you got the defensive end and the linebacker. And again, we want to get that leverage a little bit to the inside and kill that. So our objective, every single play, kill all the passing routes. So we're always hitting the wing back. We're always hitting the dive man. We're always chipping the tight end. And we're always making sure that we're getting early contact on the receivers. So early contact. We want a collision. We want a collision. That is the best way to kill a wing T team, right? Wing T team is by killing the routes, because they are a run-oriented offense. They're going to try to get you with confusion. So a lot of stuff, you can run 2 to 3 plays out of one look. So, real easy. We can go back over it again. So they can run dive, right? Rocket sweep. Okay, so the quarterback's going to open up this way, and then the quarterback can also keep and run, and this would be like the option. So one look, they have 3 different run plays. So that's one thing to really look for. Other things that you might see is something that's called belly second man. So what happens is you'll see this guy go in motion, and right when he gets to the outside of the tight end, what they'll do, and let me use a color so you can see it. So they'll come here, do their cross block. Wing will come in here, right? 2's going to come in here like it's a belly ISO. And then what they'll do is, while everyone's diving in on that, this guy will actually end up getting the ball. And this is called belly second man. Okay. Again, the number one reason teams run the wing T is to create confusion and to be different and to give you a different look from all the other teams that run pro set or run spread set who do zone blocking. Wing T is a power running offense built on deception and being able to do multiple runs off the same motion, same look, and pretty much the same blocking pattern. So we always want to attack. So in this case, when you see this, you know, what we want is we want that 3. So if that wing back comes in here to do that belly ISO, to kill the second man, this is where we want you to come in here and just kill that motion. Corner, you got to be screaming, right? So during this game, your guy leaves you, you got to yell bump, bump, bump. Okay? Not bum, sorry. Bump, right? And what we want is we just want this guy attacking, this guy filling, this guy spilling, and then you're looking for anything over here. Okay? Once your guy leaves, tight end becomes #1 receiver again. So we always want to be there. You don't want to leave this area because you got to look for counter, QB keep, where the tight end is now the lead blocker. So that's one thing that you're going to have to look for, because if they do that, he'll just come out and block you. Quarterback will go this way. Okay, so sorry if I confused some of you guys, or if this is a lot of information. I wanted to give it to you as soon as possible, so you guys can see it. And you know, if we feel that we need to really look at this and go over it and answer questions, that's something that, you know, we can do. But I'll talk to the coaching staff. I'll talk to you guys, and you know, we'll get it taken care of. So there's one on here that I forgot. I don't know how much we're going to have to worry about this. Okay, and so this is that quad. The one thing to remember with the quad, X is covering the tight end. He's ineligible. He can't do anything. He can't even go downfield and block. He pretty much has to stay with 1 yard of the line of scrimmage because the X is covering him. So we talked about that on Monday. So that's one thing to keep in mind. So what we're going to do is a little bit of a robber. All right. And what that means, if we see the quad, what I want that 4 to do is you're going to start inside shade of the Y, and then you're going to sneak in and you're going to go blitz. They're counting, and this is that double stack, they're counting on you guys making a mental error. And what's going to be the wing back is now going to be the safety. So we're kind of going to do a little cover 0 in here. We want to kill the route. That's going to be the only route that's going to be able to get off. That's fine. So we want to kill these 2 routes. Corner, you have nobody. So you're going to come in, but you will pill off if the 2 goes out, because the 2 is your guy. Okay? So corner, the 2 is you guy. If he pills out, you pill out. Everyone else is attacking. In this case, again, we can call strong right. We're going to seal that edge. Come in here, and then now linebackers just have their fill responsibilities. So our objective is to keep everyone's responsibilities relatively the same. We don't want to change too much, but if they come out in this quad formation, we're just going to kill it. We're going to kill it. Again, one of the things they might do is they might try to get this guy out here, in which case the 4, you peel off and you go hit him. Okay, so real easy, not too difficult. Wing T is going to test your mental ability. It's going to test you up here in the brain. So watch the video. It's a little lengthy, I know, but this is the only way I can think of getting like a talk session in, where you guys can pause it, you can look at it. One thing I would do is I'd have a notepad. If you have questions about anything, make sure that you ask me. Uh, Again, I make mistakes, so I'll fix this tomorrow. But that should not be there. That's not there. Okay, so I gotta redo this one. So this is for that quad. So this was the quad. My bad. It's late. I'm tired. I make mistakes sometimes. So I'll have the charts up in Google Classroom. I'm going to put those up in the morning. I'm going to put the video up as soon as I can tomorrow. All I have to do is edit it and upload it to YouTube. So once I have that done, I will get this video to you. So make sure that you guys are watching. Again, take notes. Take notes. If you have questions, I want you guys to ask.